Hello and welcome to Candy's Crafty Closet. I'm coming to you from the floor of my closet today. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I know most of the time I share like what I've been making on here, my journal flip throughs, a little bit of process videos. We're going to get to more of those. They just take forever to film and edit. And I have children and they're always making noise. Today I thought in this video I would go through like why I started this this business, how it's going, and all of that stuff, because I bet you're probably like kind of lost. Like, what is this lady even doing? She's doing markets, she's making stuff, what is she doing? So I hope to answer a couple of those questions in this video today. So I really loved paper crafting. I loved all of the paper stuff, but I really didn't like scrapbooking. But I loved like stickers and ribbon and all of that stuff. And I was like, what can you do with this? And then I stumbled onto junk journaling and I was like, oh my God, this right here, like you can make your own books. I can do this. And so I started making them and I gifted them to every family member and friend in my little group, you know, and they were like, okay, like these are beautiful, but like I'm never going to use this, like I don't journal. So I wanted to find someone that would actually use them, because I have journals myself that I do write in, but I literally have two that I've made myself that I use, and I have several other journals in many different forms, and I'm never ever going to be able to write in all of these. I've also always had the dream of owning my own business and doing something for myself where I could be flexible and be there for my children and be able to do something on the side in my free time and make it work for everyone around, hopefully. And so when I found this, I was like, maybe I can make money at this. Maybe there is a market for this. So I started, you know, looking around and like what that would even entail. So last year I kind of like put my toe into the market scene and I went to 5 markets. I told myself, just sign up for one, just sign up for one. And I was freaking hooked. I was like, oh my gosh, like people do actually like paper products and, you know, in pretty forms and handmade, and find the value in that. And I started like really thinking about like what products, because my first show I had no idea what to put out there, what people would want, and they were very confused at like what I was putting out. And I didn't have any cards or anything like that in my first show because it wasn't close enough to Christmas time for them to want the Christmas cards yet. But then when I did put Christmas cards out, those sold well. But I was just like, you know, some of my little journals and stuff are selling too. I got a commission job right around the time that I started my business, and it was from a family friend, but still I got a commission job, and that was a fantastic opportunity to make their wedding album, and I shared that on the channel. If you want to see that one, I'll link that one above. It's the Bee Journal and it is freaking gorgeous, and I'm so glad that I was able to be a part of that for them. I did a few other smaller commission jobs. My mom actually commissioned me to make something that became a new product that I put in my booth that people don't understand either, but the people that do appreciate it. Maybe I'll explain my products one day. But now that I've gone to several shows, I kind of know like maybe what the market is. I'm still trying out new stuff. I'm still learning. We're very fresh in this. But I made some new products for this market that I did, the very first one for 2025. And that's the one where my tent blew away. If you haven't seen that video, that was a stressful day. We're not going to get into all of that though. Oh, it makes me itchy and stressful just thinking about it. But we are going to show you the good things moving forward. I can't find my planner. I've looked for it everywhere. I bought this brand new beautiful planner and I can't find it. And so I can't put like what I'm doing in there. But I have right now, I want to say 6 or 7 markets planned for this year, and I have one paid for March, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to pay for another one at the same location I did, the one where, you know, the tent blew away. I think I'm going to go back to that one and give it another try, because it was going to be a great market. We made $73, I think it was, in the hour I was allowed to be open. The wind blew our hopes away that day, but we were going to give it another try. It's going to be great at that location. I know it's going to. So we're going to give it another shot. So I need to prepare for those markets, and that means that I need to do Easter prep, and I have done so many Easter cards. If you would like to go online and look at my Easter cards, I'll pop some pictures of those up here as well. But I made handmade Easter cards, and I've made one version that you can do a pre-order on if you want to get like several, and I'll put them in the mail like as soon as I get the orders. But I'm new at this. I didn't know how to do like a launch pre-order thing without, like, I don't know. I'm learning. Bear with me. If you ever go on my website and you see that things are not perfect, it's just a little of me and my best friend that helps me out. Thank goodness. I call her on Zoom and I'm like, I have broken everything. But yeah, so it's just a little old me over here trying to learn how to make this business work. But we're doing it. We're doing it. I have gotten my DBA. I did not go for an LLC. I should have, because the DBA was so much cheaper in person. By the way, if you go to the courthouse in person and do it and not online, so much cheaper. And so I should have gotten an LLC. Next year we will do the LLC. But I wanted to register the business where I can start, like, you know, being tax legal and all of that. I have a EIN number. I did pay, I think it was like $200 for that thing. But still, you need it to operate if you're going to do it legally. So I have that now. I had that in the beginning before I ever took my first payment. I got an EIN. But I just now got my DBA, and that was a big step. So, and we launched the website, like, officially, unofficially, I like soft launched to my friends and family, and then I realized like they're the only people that are going to see it right now anyway, so I just started posting stuff and putting stuff on there. So the website is live, it's ready to go. So if you do want to see any of my handmade things, they're over there. I have a lot of more stuff made, I just have to get it on the website. It's really hard to do all of these moving parts. Like, I have to choose like a craft day, a filming day, an editing day, a market planning day, product day. It is so many more moving parts than I ever would have thought. So if you do want to open your own business, I don't want this to discourage you in any way, because this has been the most fun 5 months or 4 months, 4 months of my life is getting this thing going. And I feel so driven and so passionate about this that I want to get it out there. So since I was unable to share some of my stuff at that market, some things did sell, and it was my new journaling sets that I showed y'all in that video. And I had some of those left over. I had 2 left over already made, and so I put them on my personal Facebook page, and a lady commented on them and wanted to buy them. And after some rigmarole about my website because it wasn't working that morning, I'm so sorry, ma'am. If you're watching this, I'm so incredibly sorry. But thank you very much for hanging in there with me. We got it fixed. We figured it out. But she actually ended up ordering the 2 that were already made and 3 custom. So I was so happy about that. So I wanted to show y'all those before I package them up this morning, because that's one of the things I need to do this morning. So I made this one here. This one was the one that was already made, and it says hello spring, and then it has a card. Are you gonna focus on any of this? And then there's journaling cards, and then there is a like chipboard thing, a pen, and then in the very back there is a little card that has, ooh, am I gonna be able to get out of here? Post-it notes and like the book tab things, and my card in case the people that she's gifting this to ever want to get something personally made of their own. And inside of the journals, it's like mixed media pages. I'll just show you. Let me show you all of them really quick. They're covers. This one is butterflies. Really pretty, and the little tags all have like cute little images on it. Oh god, I love the boots. I love the boots. I loved creating these, and each one of them is just a little bit different, but all of them have the exact same elements. Oh, and there is a bookmark up here too. This was another hello string. This was another one that was already made, and she wanted them not Easter, but this one does have a bunny on it. But bunnies are still hopping through the forest here in the spring. So we're gonna leave that on there. I think he's adorable. This beautiful purple one Love, love. I love the border of this one. And I have some more of those borders, but they're smaller, so I'm thinking about making like smaller journaling sets that are like maybe a little bit cheaper out of those, because I just don't want to charge the same amount for like a smaller journal. That just doesn't seem right. This one is just a pretty flower on the front, and they all have like a little saying at the bottom. Makes a cute little gift set. Like, oh, I wish I could be there when she gives these to whoever the lucky ladies are. I'm guessing that they're ladies. If not, then gents, enjoy these too. Because look at that. Look at the pastel beauty. Oh. Loved making these. Loved it. So I've got to get these packaged up. I have some the like cellophane thingies that, like, if it's perfect in, maybe I'll show you that when I package them up. I want to put them in like my bag that I would give at the market, and it has my logo on it and all of that. My best friend gifted me my stamp for my bags. It's way up there. That's why I'm looking up there. It's way up there on my shelf. I want to say thank you so much to the lovely lady that made that custom order. You made my freaking day after that devastating weekend, losing my tent and everything. Oh, it made my freaking day. You don't know how much it impacts the small business owner, especially when you're in these beginning stages, when people actually start seeing your passion and the effort and everything you put into your stuff, and they start being like, I really like that. I see what you're going with this. I want to support your vision, and they purchase your stuff. Like, I'm on cloud 9. Cloud like 17. I don't know why they say cloud 9. Why is it cloud 9? I don't know, but it made me really freaking happy. So we are going to do that. We're going to package up this order. I have them all right here ready to go. And then last night at baseball, I was trying to come up with like a tagging system, because on the back of all of my Easter cards, because they were in like protective cellophane thingies, I was able to put a piece of paper in there, and it says like what the inside sentiment is, where they don't have to like take the card out and open it. And on that little bitty card, I wrote a SKU number, and it was so freaking helpful. So I want to do the same thing to like all of my stuff. And so tell me what y'all think about this. So like, this is one of my little notebooks. Maybe I should have picked a let's pick a not so shiny one. So here's a notebook. So I put this tab on here. It's just a little scrap piece of paper, and I just folded it over and glued it, and where, like, you know, it's not touching the actual product, and I can just rip this off when people are checking out. And I figured I could write a SKU number on this, but does that look bad? Like, you know, if it's sitting on the table and it has this itty bitty piece that's clearly for marketing and you can remove it, does that look bad? And then I did it to all of these, and like these I did a little bit bigger, so we're definitely going to do little bitty ones. And I think it'll work. I don't love the way it looks, but these I could always bring it around to the inside of the book. I could do that if I didn't want it showing. And also it would be a good way at the end of the day, I could like collect all my little bits and to see like what I sold that day. So I'm trying to find ways to tag stuff like that, because I'm going to a really big market in June. I need to like get these days like right there in my head, because we need to know. I want to say that it is June 17th and 18th. If not, it's May. I want to say it's June though. But I am going to the Galveston County Pickle Festival. And they are having the freaking circus come. I am so freaking excited. So if you live in the local Galveston area, I will be at the Pickle Festival. I think it was just like I got in there early, because if they ever do like a vetting system, I don't think that like little old me, my first like 3 months out, would have gotten into this market. Next year, I bet you there will be more vetting, but I'm freaking going. They let me in. If I remember correctly, that market was I think it was $275, because I have an indoor spot and it is 2 days. So I think that's pretty good for a 2-day spot, for it being like such a high profile thing. So if you see me shopping on Temu too much, just know that I was getting ready for all of this. If you see like my excessive spending, and be like, hey, she got a lot of Temu hauls, she'll be shopping. She does, she do be shopping, but I was getting ready because I was excited. And if you see any of my Temu hauls from now on, I haven't made any more purchases. They're old ones from last year when I was filming and not sharing. So I'm still going to share them because y'all seem to love watching the Temu hauls. So my next market I have is in my local town, and it is just a local trade day market, and I am so looking forward to it. We get to set up our booth inside of the KC Hall here, and that's Knights of Columbia if y'all don't have those. And I've never been to the KC Hall. I did one at the senior center and it wasn't that great, but it was really, really cold, and it was like 3 days before Christmas, so not many people were still shopping. So again, we're going to give them another try and see how that goes. But at that market, I sold one of my like big journals, one of my expensive ones, so it made the market so worth it. So we're going back to that again. But I'm supposed to be pulling stuff while I'm talking to y'all, and I'm just sitting here. So the reason I'm sitting in my floor is because I need to pull stuff where we can make more stuff. So I pulled these. These are some journaling cards that look like Eastery springy, and all of my spring stuff is in this cubby here. So I want to go through my collections and see what I've got. And I also have like summer into this. So if you see me going into this, this goes into summer, and then down here is like my vintage and fall, and then Christmas. This is all I have, people. This is it. So if you think, oh well, if you count it, I've got though, that's my smaller paper and my designer paper. If you see like my designer mini journals, that's what those are made out of. So I do have a couple of bins there. And then I have just cardstock and like, okay, so I have a little bit more, but not much. Like compared to other people, I don't have that much at all. I need to do an updated like craft room tour, but I don't know what I'm doing. And half my stuff is in the living room, half my stuff is in here because I can't hold up in the closet all the time. I've got all those children to look after, so I can't just hide in my closet. As much as I would love to hide in my closet and craft, like we can't miss all the moments with the babies. So let's start looking through. See, but as soon as I start looking through, I lose my train of thought. What are we even talking about? We're gonna prep for that one market that we have in March, but I think I'm gonna sign up for another one. Here is some more fall journaling cards we can pull out, or not fall, spring. If it doesn't like go with the collection or scream to me like you need to be with this collection, oh, that would be good for birthday. I need to do some birthday cards. That'd be good for birthday. Ooh, look at this page. Isn't that beautiful? We've got to pull that out for the spring stuff. Like I've got all kinds of collections that I need to go through and decide what I'm going to make and what I'm not. I'm definitely going to do some more of those journaling kits, but like in other themes. And I want to do, of course, I want to do a vintage theme. Of course, I want to do a steampunk. Like I like the colorful pastels and all of that, but like the grungier stuff, like that's where it's at for me. Like, do I have anything grungy close to me? I guess these travel folios, kinda. I love that. And like these have like the mixed media pages and like the book pages. I love doing all of that. Like I love the collections too, but I want to find people that like the grungy too. So if you're into colorful and grungy, I've got both. Okay, all of these are beautiful. Look at all of those, all the flowers. I made some Easter cards out of my other sheet of this already, and then all the backs of them. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're gonna pull all of those for some spring. Oh, we have a stack. We have a stack to play with. So I'm going to move all of this into my work area and clean up a little bit, and then like maybe I'll talk a little process with y'all. Maybe y'all won't see me until later when I'm packaging up these orders for this lady. So I guess this is turning into like a small business vlog. I'll share some more stuff with y'all later on. If you're ever in the throes of like small business stuff and just starting out, hi, I'm here along with you. Nice to meet you. I hope you're doing well. Hang in there. We got this. Really quickly, I'm gonna show you my area out here because it's a disaster. It's a disaster. Maybe we'll do it before and after of that because we have to clean this up because, oh. Okay, so this is my little area I've been working on. That's my Swiffer that's been out here for over a week that I refuse to put away. I have my drawer thing and I have like different ideas and collections and stuff, and that thing I'm working on, I have a birthday pack that I just bought, and some other papers I just bought. I'm planning to do like some cowgirl themed journaling packs. This is a journaling pack that, like, the lady said that she doesn't want anything religious, and that one's a Grace, and so I just started one more with that one. We have some Peter Rabbit. We're gonna make some of those. I have a controller for my kid's car. On my ribbon, like working craft area for sure. And then we have this table. Oh, okay, this is the one I need to work on because it is like layer upon layer upon layer of paper, and you know how thin paper is? Like, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. So we've got to handle that because I can barely even trim anything over here. I need to sort out all of my scraps. Oh my goodness. And so when I'm doing my crafting here, like, this is my living room, and I don't know if you can hear my children coming, but oh, I need to fix my Easter sign. But this is my living room, and so I just kind of like barricade myself with my drawers in this little area, and I put my scissors to me, and then it works pretty well. But I'm going to clean up this area since my kids are coming in here, and I'll show you what it looks like in a little bit after we've straightened it up. So this is the view if you're sitting at my desk. I'm gonna try to slowly turn. Whoa, they're coming. They're coming. Mama. All of this paper. We're looking better. Reset. Ready for another week of creating. Though I commandeered this table. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this area, y'all. I don't know. I haven't cleaned the floor yet. Don't look at the floor. But I put everything back in my cart. I have my extra paper over here. This is like all of my paper that is already like scraps, and then it goes down to full-size paper that are like thin paper, and then that's all my cardstock. Same thing, my vellum left over. Then here is all my stuff to make my beaded Easter pins. I might pause and do that because beaded pins are just easy. I have all of my extras that I put in my journaling kits there. All of my ribbon in this pretty box. I got all these pretty boxes from Dollar General. Some of my loose stamps. Just cleaned up. Really, just cleaned up everything. This, it's probably going to get knocked over. But I didn't have enough room. Don't look at my floors, guys. Like I said, I haven't cleaned my floors. I need to clean the rest of my house and stop messing with paper. And this is the collection we're working on right now that we were making those journaling kits out of. I want to make a couple of more of those because I don't have any of those for actual shows. That is like all of my extra stickers and bits. More extras. This is every bit of the paper that I'm excited to play with. That's a lot of paper, and it is like pushing out of this box, and I don't want to mess up that box because I kind of want to use it for like my marketing displays. And then back there is like all of my like book pages and stuff. And then this is like little tags and things. These are all of my stamps that are Easter and faith-based and my die cuts. Then I have more stamps down here. In this bag I have an extra cutter and some bags of scraps that are just white cardstock, white paper, and my pastel. And then I have all of my cardstock just here because I don't have anywhere else to put it right now. Cardstock in the window. The super exciting thing that I want to document is I'm going to pack up my very first order. She is someone that lives local and she follows me on my personal Facebook page. If you want to see anything that I'm making, follow me on Facebook. That's where I put mostly everything. Instagram takes down my posts a lot because they think that I'm promoting stuff, which I am, but I don't meet their community guidelines a lot of the times. So I got these like clear things, and these just so happen to fit perfect. I'm going to not seal these because if she wants to look through them, I don't want her to be worried about like messing them up. So I'm just going to like fold down like this and then like stack them together, and then she'll be able to open it up, look inside and see like what each journal looks like on the inside, and then she can seal it up once she's done looking. If y'all want to see one of the journals, let's just open one. So this is a frame that you can stick something through. The bookmark has another pocket it is in, and then it has pretty vellum, some white paper, pretty page with a pocket, more white paper, then another pretty page with a pocket, and all of them are just a little bit different. Pocket there, and another pocket right there. The center is just a plain white. And then where's another pretty page? Another pocket there on the back of that pretty page. Another pocket there. And then some more pretty vellum. So each one has like a little bit of different vellum and a little bit of different like those pretty pages in there. But she wanted them all spring themed, but all of them pretty similar. But you know that she said they didn't have to be exact. So I had so much fun making these, but if I'm honest, I'm sick of looking at pastel. Like right now, at first I was like, oh my gosh, this collection is beautiful. And now I'm like, this is pastel puke. But it's only because I've been working with it for 2 weeks straight. So we are going to finish up our Easter stuff and move on to some different tones, because we are over this sherbet pastel. Boop. I love that those fit. Like, yeah, they're too big, but it fits. When I was making these, I didn't have the bags yet, and I'm like, we're just gonna go for it and hope. We're gonna hope for the best. Last one. This one has like pretty butterflies on the front. I wish I could be there when she gave these to the people to see if they like them or hate them. So every single one of those has a bookmark, a journal, 2 tags, a card that they could either keep themselves or send to someone. Some, I think I showed it to you earlier, but some like notepads and stuff, and a chipboard flag. You know what, I'm going to position things like just so on them, just where they look the best they can when I give it to her. So I'm gonna take some time like tweaking that stuff. And then I'm going to put in this. This is just a little envelope that I made from like simply folding some paper. Like there's no glue at all. I'm sorry if you hear my children coming. They're about to invade the room. But I put in a thank you card and a couple of stickers and a handwritten note in here. And if you're watching this, customer that's getting this, you can flip one of these tabs out and actually add it to a journal, and it can be a pocket feature in your journal if you so want to do that. I'm going to put it into one of my bags. This is what I use for when I go to markets, so that's why she's getting it in, because I don't want to like put it in a shipment box and then her have to like open the shipment box. So my kids are literally standing right on the other side of this camera, and I don't like showing my kids, so I'm gonna have to get off of here, but I'm going to package her thing up in these bags. I'm trying to hold him off of the camera because he wants to see himself. I'll be back in a little while. I'll show you later. So there it is, all put together. If you got something from me at a market, this is the bags you get it in. And I always like make it look like a present if you give me time to. That's how I would like to present myself, as a little present coming into your space. The last thing I need to add is my little handmade thank you card to the front of it. And I hope that she so enjoys this. I'm meeting up with her later on tonight to hand deliver this, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna close this off here. If you enjoy seeing these small business, this side of it type vlogs, let me know. If you don't wanna see any of this whatsoever and you just want me to stick to paper, let me know that too. But this is much of a like documentation for me as it is as entertainment for you. So I kind of want to document like what I'm doing and if this is actually going to work, if I can make something out of this. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel so far, but I just know that I'm sharing what I love to do. And that's making me happy, and I hope that it's making you happy too. So if you would like to come along and see some more chaos and watch me on this journey, then please subscribe and stick around because there's gonna be a lot more. We just don't know what the heck it is. But I'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.